Hello, my name is Ilya Leonov. I'm a regional director of MENA in Positive Technologies. So here in JSEC, we brought a lot of our latest technologies in the application security domain, in the OT security and network security. Okay, so what we see from our experience that the majority of the attacks is financially motivated groups of hackers. Also, we see a lot of APT groups, assistant sponsor hackers or hacktivists who are trying to interrupt the operations and the critical infrastructure. Yeah, because the cyber criminals, they're using a lot of sophisticated techniques, and they clearly understand that there is a set of security controls in the organizations, in the majority of the organizations. So that's why they are using some techniques and tactics which helps them to stay below the radar for a very long time. Okay, so the majority of the main industries actually is definitely the financial institutes, because majority of the threat actors, they are financially motivated, and also the critical infrastructure like oil and gas, hydropower, transport, like everything which is related to the national security. Look, the financial motivation will stay there. For a very long time, because this is the major, I would say, motivation for the majority of the threat actors. However, as you correctly mentioned, now we see the shift from the financial motivation to the disruption of the critical environment. The reason behind that is it's multiple things, like the geopolitical tension or evolving of the cyber groups, and the different governments which is investing into the basically the state-sponsored hackers. So yeah, we will see that, I believe, even more and more in upcoming years. Yeah, definitely it's a combinations of things which should be done. It's not only about the security tools and controls that you have in the organization, but also the expertise and knowledge of the team who is working with these security tools. So I believe investing and developing of the human capital and the resources who are basically defending the critical infrastructure is the same important as the using the latest technologies and the best tools in the market for the protection of these assets. Look, so there is again multiple things, starting from the shortage of the resources, which is we are experiencing now, to the extent of the implementation of the AI and different kind of machine learning, which is again now it's not very clear for the majority of the people, not only in cybersecurity but in IT in general. So there is a variety of things which is we are going to face, and I believe in upcoming years we will see even something new and something more complicated than this. Look, so since we are very practical kind of company, so we have our own threat research center, which is largest in the Eastern Europe, and we are operating for the past 20 years, and we are analyzing the data in the web, in the dark web, in the deep web. So that's why we started to use this AI capabilities even before it becomes a hype or trend or something like that, because we clearly understand that the security personnel, security analysts, threat hunters, they cannot deal with a huge amount of data. They need to focus on the really important things. They need to have all the data already in front of them to make the right decision. And this is very critical and very crucial. And we do that for the past, I don't know, like 10 or 15 years. And we see that this trend becomes global now. So that's why I believe we are like a couple of steps ahead than the other players in the market. The cybersecurity domain is very complicated and broad, right? So that's why everyone has their own challenges and goals to achieve in terms of cybersecurity. So my message is to continue evolving, continue increasing the maturity of the cybersecurity in terms of tools, in terms of human capabilities, in terms of implementing different processes and procedures, improving the regulations. So I believe we are on the good track, especially in the Middle East, and I hope that it will help to all of us to, to come to the bright future in terms of cybersecurity. Yeah, we really like JISEC because it's really focused on the cybersecurity. We see a lot of experts, a lot of people from the community who is recognizing us, and they're coming specifically to meet us and talk about some practical aspects of the cybersecurity. And we feel that we are in the right place with our expertise, with our technologies. So we will continue to doing that in the future. Look, it's a good question, and I believe it's a collective responsibility and collective kind of action, because again, the AI topic is not I would say stable or like a defined till now. So that's why I believe in the upcoming years we will come up with I don't know, regulations or some rules of the game in terms of AI, and it will be more straightforward, more clear, and more efficient for us.